We're asked for the rate of change, so we want a derivative with respect to t, and so we need the chain rule. There's an outer function, the sine function, and then there's an inner function whose derivative will be pi over 6. So the derivative of sine is cosine, and we keep the innermost function the same. And then the derivative of that constant 3 is nothing. But then we need to multiply by the derivative of the innermost function. So the derivative of this term in here is pi over 6 with respect to t. And that's our derivative, and they want to know the time at 8 a.m. And t is the number of hours after midnight. So we just need to plug in t equals 8 into the derivative. Pi over 6 times 8 minus 7 pi over 6, and still times pi over 6 over here. And so with a calculator, I'm going to make sure I'm in radians, and I'll do 8 times pi. They said round to one decimal place, so I don't have to enter the exact answer. I can use decimal approximations. So 8 times pi divided by 6. Here's our first term. So we got 5. Oh, there we go. 5 cosine. There's our decimals. We need to subtract that by 7 pi over 6, and we can use a decimal form since they said we're going to be rounding to a decimal. 7 times pi divided by 6. And then we're multiplying this by pi over 6, so we can convert that to a decimal too. Pi over 6. Okay, and so simplifying a little bit more, we'll simplify inside the argument of cosine. Probably don't need this many decimals. So I need to figure out here, I'll write out each step. So now I can do cosine. There's cosine. That's what cosine of 0.52 blah 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 is. So now we can just type all this into our calculator to end. So that times that times that. So I got 2.267, but they said round to one decimal place, so I'm going to say 2.3.